Hey everyone, how you guys doing? I'm Erica. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to start a blog that will actually make you money. But before we do, guys, there's going to be a link in the description below. And this is an affiliate link that I use for Bluehost. And if you do use it to sign up, I'm going to get a commission and you are going to get a discount when you're signing up for your blog. But you can still head on over to bluehost.com and set up your blog without using this link, guys. So let's get started with this video. So once you're on to Bluehost, you just want to click on Get Started. So guys, this is where you're going to be able to choose your hosting plan. And if you're just starting out as a new blogger, I highly recommend that you go with the basic plan. You can go with the plus plan, but you don't actually need that because you're just starting out and you want to see if blogging is, right for you. Or if you can afford it, go with the plus plan, but you do not need anything more than a plus plan, guys. So let's go ahead and select the basic plan. And what I like about Bluehost is that when you're setting up your hosting account, you get a free domain for the first year. So here you can add in the domain name that you want to use. So I'm going to choose blogging with Erica and see if that's available. And you also always want to choose .com domains because they're so much easier to remember and everyone is already used to, .com. So just select your domain and see if it's available. So right off the bat, you see that the domain is available, and next you want to go ahead and add in your name, your last name, your business name, your country, street address, and so on and so forth. Now once you get to the package option, they're going to want you to pay $3.95 per month, and I just want you to go ahead and try to exit the page by going up to the X button, and you're going to get this offer that says you go ahead and pay $265 per month. So you want to click on Claim Savings, and then you're going to get $265 per month, so you can go ahead and sign up for your package plan. Now previously you had the option to pay $3.95 per month and you do not want that. But guys, if you go ahead and choose the 36-month price, you're going to get this $265 per month. And if you go to 12 month, you're going to get $4.95, and for 24 month, you're going to get $3.95. So let's go with $3.95, and now we're down to $94. If we go to 12 month, we're going to be paying $59 per 12 months. So you can choose whichever plans work best for you. I highly recommend that you choose the 36-month plan, and let's see, 36 month, you're going to be paying $95 for 3 years of hosting, and that is awesome. So if we scroll down, you have other options here that you can choose from, but I highly recommend that you only go with domain privacy, because all of the other ones, they're not that important. Now having your domain privacy protection turned on simply prevents marketers from trying to contact you, getting your information and sending you emails and stuff like that. But you can also turn this off. So if we go ahead and just turn it off if you cannot afford it. And as you can see, for 3 years of hosting and a domain name, you're going to be paying only $95.40. But just know that you can choose whichever plan you like. It doesn't really matter. You can go with the 12 month, the 24 month, or the 34 month. Whichever one suits your budget, you can go ahead and use that particular hosting plan and set up your blog in like 5 minutes. So choose your plan, add in your information, and this is where you want to add in your details, your payment information, and you want to select agree to the terms and services and so on, and click on submit. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'll see you in the next step. So now my purchase was a success, guys, and this is my receipt and everything. And next you want to go ahead and click on create account. You can also download your receipt, guys. Now they're going to prompt you to add in your domain name, and this is the one you chose. So next you're going to add in your password, Next, you want to agree to the terms and services and go ahead and click on create account. Now you're going to be prompted to log in, so just click on the login button, add in your domain name, your password, and click on login. So next you want to go ahead and add in what it is that you're actually creating, just to give them an idea of what kind of blog that you're about to set up. So you want to choose blog, and you want to go ahead and choose what type of category that you're going to be creating your blog around. So I've chosen blog, personal, myself. They ask you who you're creating this blog for, so I chose myself. And now you can choose whatever category your blog is around. So I'm just going to type in blogging, but that is not available. So I can choose something like advertising or marketing, but it's not relevant to my niche. I'm just going to leave that like that for right now. I'll change it later. And you want to click on continue. This is where you want to add in the name of your website. What do you want to name your website? So I'm just going to call it Blogging with Erica. And what is your site's tagline? And you can add a little description about your site right there. So I've added start a profitable blog and quit your 9-to-5. And then they're going to ask you if you're comfortable, with creating websites. So you can add this or vary. I'm going to choose vary. And you want to click on continue to theme selection. And guys, when you're just starting out, I highly recommend that you just go ahead and choose a free theme. And right now, the Astra theme is one that is actually trending, and a lot of bloggers are using it. So, and the best part about this theme that it's mobile friendly, it's highly responsive. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and choose this one. So just go ahead and click on use this theme. It's going to take a second or two for Bluehost to go ahead and install your WordPress website onto this theme. So I'll see you in a sec. And there you go. Bluehost is done installing WordPress on your blog. So you just want to click on get started. You want to set up your domain privacy and so on and so forth. You can click on not now. I don't want domain privacy. And just go ahead and check with all of the different options that they have on here, or you can simply close this box and go ahead and go through all of the checklists that you have at the bottom. Or you can simply go ahead and view your site, but there's not going to be much on your site right now. Or you could also choose to go to this option where it says my sites, and now you can go ahead and create your site. But I actually recommend that you take a while, at least 30 minutes, and wait for your site to actually go live before you try to access it, because Bluehost will need a little bit of time to set up your website, and they're going to send you an email to give you the details that your site is live and you can actually go ahead and log into it. So I've waited a while, guys, and you can also go ahead and just hover over this little box here and click on log into WordPress. It's going to take a little bit of time to load. You just need to stick and hold tight, guys, until it does. And there you go. It has logged you into your WordPress website, and this is your dashboard. Now that you've created your blog, guys, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and set up your user settings. So you want to edit your profile, change your username and your password so that you can be able to access your blog without going through Bluehost. So to do that, you just want to hover over this up here and click on edit my profile. Now you want to go ahead and add your name, your first name, your last name, your nickname, and this is what is going to get shown above and below your posts, and your display name, which is going to get seen. If you leave an email or stuff on other blogs, this is what is going to get seen. And now you have your email for your blog. You can go ahead and change it because this is what you signed up with Bluehost with. You want to change that, and like you see here, I just changed mine, and now I have to actually confirm it before it's gonna take effect on the blog. And here you have a little bit about yourself, that you can go ahead and add in here. And we're going to be changing your Gravatar picture in a second. But now you can go ahead and create a new password for your blog so that you can use it to sign in without going through Bluehost. Once you're done, you want to click on Update Profile. Now before you can go ahead and change your Gravatar, you actually need to go ahead and verify your email. So sign into your email, and you want to find an email that is from WordPress, and there's going to be this link that you want to go ahead and click on. Go ahead and click on that to verify your email, and as you can see here, my email has been changed. If I scroll a little bit down, you're going to see that my Gravatar has also been changed as well. So to set up yours, all you got to do is go to this site called gravatar.com, and you want to sign in or create an account. So because I already have an account, all I got to do right now is sign in, and Gravatar is going to ask you if you want to allow this app to access your WordPress.com website, and all you got to do is click on approve. Now once you do, they're going to give you this particular option, and this is where you can go ahead and add in your image that you want to use on your website and all around the internet, and your email as well. Now because I already added these, as soon as I added this email on my WordPress.com website, it automatically generated my image on my blog as well. So all you got to do is come on to here, add in your image, add in your email address, and you're going to have to verify your email address, and you can go ahead and set up your profile as well. Now I actually recommend that while you're here, you want to go ahead and add your website here. So this is a backlink that you're going to be creating for your new blog that you just created. And this is very important for your ranking factors on Google. So go ahead and add in your website that you just created by adding in the link of your blog, and just add a little title, something that you want to rank for, and go ahead and save your website. Now you want to go back and click on Update Profile, and you're done with your profile. Now when you go back and try to log in to your dashboard from the Google search bar, it's going to give you this page, and all you got to do is click on Update, and it's going to take you to another page where you're going to have to add your new email address. And when you're done, you want to click on Save Changes, go back to your email address, and you want to verify this for the second time. And once you do, it is going to update to the new email address. Now you're done setting up your email and your login details and your Gravatar profile. All of that is set and done. Let's move on to the next step, guys. So the next time you want to log into your blog, you don't have to go through Bluehost. All you got to do is come and type in bloggingwitherica.com wp-admin. Just go ahead and enter that, and it's going to take you to the login page. So go ahead and click on login with email and password, and there's mine. I'm just going to add in the okay, and you want to click on login. Now they're going to verify your new email address. Just click on the email is correct, and you will be able to log into your dashboard immediately. So now we want to set up our theme, and before you do anything, you want to delete all of the extra themes that came along with your blog, because it's going to reduce your site loading time and you actually don't need them. So to do that, you want to head on over to Appearance, click on Themes, and now you want to delete all of the themes besides the extra themes. So just click on Theme Details, and you want to scroll all the way down here and click on Delete. Confirm that, and it has been deleted. You want to do this for all of the other themes. Just get them off of your dashboard, and here is the last one. So we're going to delete this as well, and we're done deleting the themes. Now you also want to go ahead and head on over to where it says Extra Options. Just click on that, and that is under Appearance as well. And here is where you want to go ahead and click on Install Importer Plugin. So just go ahead and click on that, and it is going to activate all of the templates that comes along with this extra theme. Now you want to go ahead and select the Elementor Builder, And once you do, you are going to get all of the different templates that you can use on your blog. Now, some of these are paid, but most of them are free. Like this one, it's free. And if you have one that has the agency mark on that, it means that it is not free for you to use. But you can go ahead and go through all of these different themes, and you can choose one of them to actually activate it on your blog, and you can go ahead and start editing it right away. Now you can also use this little navigator up here, and you want to go ahead and choose free, the free option, and it's going to only show you all of the free templates that you can use on your blog. So I want you to take a minute and go through all of these separately and choose one that you think is going to be great to use on your blog, guys. So right now, this is what our blog looks like. And before we go ahead and activate a template, if we go back and we choose this one, for example, you can go ahead and just click on Import Complete Site. Once you choose the template that you want to use, you can preview it before you add it to your blog, or you can just click on Import Complete Site. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's going to tell you that your website is being imported, guys. Now, because this is a brand new website and you don't have a template or a theme installed previously, so you do not have to check this option. But if you have something that you've already downloaded onto your site, you will need to delete it to be able to import this particular template onto your website. So go ahead and click on Import. Okay, so now your site has been imported successfully. You can go ahead and view your site. So we just go back and we refresh this. You're going to see your brand new blog. Now this is what it looks like right now because you haven't actually customized your blog yet. But there are actually some things that you need to do before you go ahead and start customizing your blog, like deleting some plugins that you do not actually need to help your site load faster. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So to access your plugins, just go to Plugins and add and install plugins. And this is where you want to deactivate all of the plugins that you do not need. I recommend going ahead and deleting the Hello Dolly. I want to go ahead and delete that because this actually increases your site load time. And you want to deactivate Opt-in Monster because you really don't need it unless you want to use their email marketing services. And then you want to go ahead and deactivate the WP Forms Lite as well because you're not going to be needing that as well. Now once you delete it, you want to go ahead, once you deactivate it, you want to go ahead and delete it so that your site loads easily as well. Now I also recommend that you go ahead and delete the Bluehost plugin because you do not need it. You can access your Bluehost dashboard separately, and they're still going to gather updates about your blog, and you can also update your blog here as well. So let's go ahead and deactivate that. We do not need it, and you want to go ahead and delete it as well, guys. So last but not least, we want to go ahead and delete this Akismet plugin. You know, this is an anti-spam plugin that most people use, but the setup process is a little bit complicated, and there are other plugins that you can use instead of this one. So you just go ahead and delete it. This is going to make your site load so much faster. Now you're done, and it's actually time to go ahead and add in new plugins. So to add in new plugins, you want to go to Add New, and these are the ones that I use on my blog, guys. So we're going to look for Yoast SEO, and this is one of the best plugins for SEO, and it is free. This plugin will help you rank your websites into Google, your blog. So let's go ahead and install the first one, and you can activate it later because if you click on Activate now, it's going to navigate you from this page, and you want to add in other plugins as well. So now I want you to go ahead and set up the WordFence plugin for WordPress, and this is what is going to protect your site from spam. So here it is, the first one, guys. You just want to go ahead and click on Install, and you can activate it later. So these are plugins that you actually do need on your blog, so I highly recommend you go ahead and set them up. Next, you have the Social Warfare plugin, and this is what is going to give you all of the share buttons under your post so that people can share it on social media. There are other plugins, but this is what I use on most of my blogs, and I find it so much easier to set up, and it looks beautiful on your blog post as well. So you can go ahead and install that right now. So last but not least, I want you to go ahead and upload the classic editor, and you can use it or you can't, but it just makes writing your blog post so much easier than the new drag and drop builder that comes with WordPress. I actually enjoy using this one because this is the older version and it's easier to write and optimize your blog post. So I'm going to click on install, guys. So now that you've added all of your plugins, it's time to go ahead and set up your permalink. And your permalinks are just simply the structure of the URLs of your blog post and the pages on your blog. Now it's very important to set this up before you create pages and posts on your blog. To do this, simply navigate to settings and go to permalinks. And you want to choose this option that says post name. Usually it comes with the day and time, and you do not want that. You want to go with post name. So your URL will look something like, blogging with Erica / homepage or / blog, or it's going to be a simple link that people can remember. So I highly recommend you go ahead and select this option, and you want to scroll down and click on save changes. Now you want to go ahead and set up a page for your blog, and to do this, just go to pages and go to add new. Now there are going to be some pre-existing pages on your blog that you do not actually want, and you can delete that in a bit. But let's go ahead and click out of this, and you want to just create a page and call it blog, and go ahead and click on publish. So you can actually set up this page using this option that says edit with Elementor, but you will actually be able to customize this later on when you're customizing your blog. So let's head on over to the blog, and I just want to show you something. If this is your link for your blog right there, and this is the page that it's going to land on, but if people come to the home section here, this is what your blog looks like, and you are going to be able to edit it and add sections any way you like. So let's go back to our dashboard, and we want to click out of this. So we're finished, and we want to go back to our WordPress dashboard. And now you want to go to settings, and you want to go to reading, click on that. And this is where you want to select what is going to display when people land onto your blog, and have a separate page for all of your blog posts. So you can go ahead and choose which one people are going to. You want to select static page if you want people to land on your home page right away as soon as they come onto your blog. So you can click on home, and for your post page, you want to go ahead and select blog. Once you're done, you want to go ahead and save your changes. But you can also go ahead and change how many blog posts you want to show per page. And if you want to show the full blog post, or you want to select a summary of your blog post, and I actually recommend that because you don't want the person to continue scrolling to see all of your blog posts. You want to have summaries, and they can choose which one they want to read. Once you're done, you want to go ahead and save your changes. And now you want to actually go ahead and add your blog page to your blog. When people land on here, you want to have the option up here that says blog. So to do this, you want to go back to your appearance, and you want to click on menus, and each time you want to add a top level page to your menu, you can use the same option here as well. So all you have to do is come here and click on view all, and it's going to give you the new page that you just created. So click on that, and you want to add it to your menu. Now you can also reposition this, so you have your home page, your blog, your about, your services. So let's say we want to have the projects above the about and the contact, and you can also rearrange these pages to make them as sub pages, so they're going to show underneath the projects. If we go ahead and reposition them like that, it's not going to give you this is not going to show up here. So if you go ahead and save your menu right now, you can always change this back like how it was. Let's go ahead and save that, and we're going to view the blog. And as you can see here, you have this drop down menu, and it's going to give you all of the different options under there as well. So now you want to go back and set this like how it was, and you want to save your menu. But as you can see here, you have your blog page here on your home page, guys. Now you can also delete menus. If you don't, some of these options from your menu, if you don't want it, you can go ahead and just click on this little arrow and remove it. And you can also add categories to your menu as well. So if you have categories on your blog that you've created, you can select those and you can add it to your menu from here. Just make sure that you save your menu whenever you're done. So to add categories, you can simply navigate to your dashboard and go to post and select categories, and this is where you're going to be able to create all the new categories for your blog. So let's say I want to create a category right now. I'm going to add in blogging tips, and this is where you want to add blogging tips, and here you can add in a description, and this is going to help your particular category rank in the search engines. So you want to add a little description about your blogging tips, and you just want to go ahead and add a new category. So once you're done, you can go back to the appearance, click on menu, and now if you go ahead and click on category, just go ahead and view all. You're going to have this option that says blogging tips. Click on that and you can go ahead and add it to your menu. Now as you can see here, you have your blogging tips, so you can add it underneath your blog option, or you can leave it as a page by itself and just go ahead and click on save, and now you've created a separate page on your blog which is called blogging tips. As you can see here, we have blogging tips at the top of the blog. To remove that, simply go back, click on it, and you want to remove it from your menu, save your menu, and you are done. Okay, so next we want to go ahead and create a logo and a favicon for our blog. But before we do that, I just want to show you a little bit about your dashboard here and all of the options that you have. So you have this Elementor box here that gives you all of the different information about your Elementor plugin. You have this quick draft option here, WordPress events and news. You have your site health and your different posts and pages that you have on your blog, your activity, and your stats at the bottom. Now, if you go up here and click on screen options, you can actually go ahead and remove all of these different options that you have to have a clean looking dashboard like this. Once you're done, you can close that up because you do not actually need all of these different information here that's going to be popping up on your dashboard. You want to be able to work with a clean surface, guys. So once you're done with that, you want to go back to your blog, and you have two options to go ahead and customize your theme. You can use this customizer here, or you can edit with Elementor. So if we click this one and we click this one, you're going to see the two different options that you have to edit your theme. So this is the original customizer, and this is how it's going to look. You're going to be able to edit your theme using this box here, and you also have this one with the Elementor where you can drag and drop options here and choose how you want your theme to look. So if you simply click on something here, you can type on blogging with Erica, and you can choose how wide or how small you want this to look. You can click on the button to go ahead and remove the text. You can also use this to increase or decrease the size of your icon, and there's so many options that you have on here. You can put it on the side, in the middle, on the right side, and you can also add a link to your icon, and there's so much you can do with the Elementor customizer. And here, this is where we're going to be adding our favicon, which is this little icon that shows at the top of your blog, and your logo as well. So you have both options to use to go ahead and customize your theme. Now let's go ahead and use this one to add our favicon and our logo. To create your logo, you just want to head on over to header, and you want to go to site identity, and this is where you can go ahead and select site icon. So just click on that, and they're going to give you the exact size of your icon that you need to use, and this is 512 by 512 pixels. So you want to go to a free tool like Canva, and you want to create your very first site icon. So to do this, simply head on over to custom dimensions. You want to add in 512 by 512 pixels and click on create a new design. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and add in the title of your icon, because this is also going to help you rank in Google. And you have your blank canvas. So head on over to the elements section, and this is where you want to go ahead and find this circular frame. So just click on that, and you want to drag it until it fits onto your canvas. Okay, there you go. Now you can use your brand colors. If you have a specific color that you use for your blog, you can use that in here as well. So let's go ahead and see what it is I can add as my logo. Maybe I want to use something like this, and I want to add in some text. So I'm going to go ahead and add in blogging with Erica. I'm just going to go ahead and increase that so that it is visible. Now this is what's going to show in your browser, so it doesn't really matter. Or you can just simply have a text without a background. So I'm going to increase the size because I want it to be visible. Okay, and there it is. It is in the center, and that is what you want. Now you want to go ahead and download it. So let's say I want to download this. I'm going to have to choose this option that says transparent background, because you want to remove the white background from behind your images. But this is a pro feature and you're not going to have it. But there's this website called remove.bg. And once you download your image from Canva, you can simply upload it here, guys, and go ahead and download it to your computer to use it on your blog. So if we go back to the customizer, we can go ahead and select our image. So that was blogging with Erica 1. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And you always want to go ahead and add in your alt text. So I got the wrong picture and I just uploaded the right one. And now you want to add in your alt text. So I have blogging, start a blog, blogging tips. And yeah, this is going to help rank this favicon in Google. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on select. And as you can see, there it is. Our site favicon is live. And if you look at the top, you're going to see that it has changed as well. So you can just go ahead and click on the publish icon. Now you want to scroll back to the top, and this is where you're going to be able to add in your logo. So if you just go ahead and click on change logo, it's going to give you the option to upload files. So click on that and it's going to give you the dimension of your image that you need to use. So this is 180 by 60 pixels. You want to go back to Canva and you want to type in 180 by 60 pixels and click on create new design. Now I've gone ahead and added in a little bit of text. And once you're done, add in the name of your logo, and you want to click on download, remove the background as well. Click on download, upload it to your computer, add in your keywords in the alt text section, and go ahead and click on select. Now you don't need to crop this because you already have the exact size that you want, and as you can see here, it's going to change that for you. So you can go ahead and increase the size of this. You can just click on it and you're going to be able to change, remove it, and you can also choose if you want different logo on here for different devices. So if you want a Retina logo, you can go ahead and add that in here. If you want a different logo for your mobile device, you can also go ahead and select that here as well. So go ahead and play with the settings and see which one works best for you. And of course, you're going to have to change your logo because this is just something I did in like 2 seconds. And guys, this is how you can create your favicon and your logo for your brand new blog. So once you're done, click on publish, and you want to go back to your settings and you want to play with all of the different options like your footer settings, you know, your footer widgets, and all of the different options that you want to have at the bottom of your page when people land onto your blog. So you're actually going to have to play with these different settings to go ahead and customize your blog exactly how you want it to look. Now that you've set up your blog, guys, you will need to create a few pages. So if you're going to be selling on your blog, promoting affiliate products, serving ads on your blog, you will need to create a disclaimer page, and this is very important. Now you can hire someone to create these pages for you, like a lawyer, to go ahead and create it for you if you can afford it. But if you can't, you will need to create one yourself, and you can get this done by using free generators on the internet. So simply search for free disclaimer generator, and you can go ahead and use the first option to create your disclaimer page. Next, you have your privacy policy, and this is also important if you're going to be collecting emails, if you have cookies on your browser and all of that. You will need a privacy policy page, so you can also do that by searching for free privacy policy generator. Select the first one or the second one and go ahead and create one. It's completely free, guys. Last, you're going to need a terms and condition page, and this is also very important for ads, for Google, for all of the different sites that you are going to be using to generate income from your blog. You will need to create a terms and condition page, so you can also use the same method to create your terms and condition page, guys. So once you have all of your pages created and your home page is set up, your about page, your services, your contact, everything is set up, you want to make sure that those are set up. Now it's time to go ahead and actually submit your blog to search engines. Now this is very important so that Google and other search engines can index your blog and begin to send you traffic, because you will need traffic to be able to make money with your blog. Now to do this, you're going to have to set up the Yoast SEO plugin, and we already talked about that. But now you have to go ahead and activate it. So to do this, simply head on over to plugins, install plugins, go all the way down to where it says Yoast SEO and click on activate. Once you do, you're going to get this icon here at the top of your page, and you are also going to get it here at the bottom as well. So if you go ahead and just click on the general tab here, it's going to go ahead and take you to this page. Now this is where you can go ahead and go through all of the different features, and I highly recommend that you have all of these set to on, and you want to make sure that you save your changes. Next, you want to go to Webmaster Tools, and this is where you're going to get the option to go ahead and verify your site with all of these different search engines. So let's say we want to verify our blog with Google. Simply click on this option below, and it's going to take you to this page where you can choose an account that you want to sign up with. Now you're not going to be signed up with Webmaster Tools right away. You will need to create an account with Google if this is a new blog. But once you're signed in, you're going to get this page, and you want to select this alternate method. So you want to click on the HTML tag, and you want to copy this verification code, go back to your blog, and you want to go ahead and paste that in there. So once you do, you want to save your changes. Once you save your changes, you want to go back to the page and you want to click on verify. And now Google is going to tell you that your site has been verified once you have this green check mark. So you want to go back to all of the different web search engines on here, and you want to use each one of these options to go ahead and verify your website or your blog with all of these different search engines. It's very important if you want to be able to rank for the terms, or if you want to be able to drive traffic back to your blog. So next, you want to go to search appearance while you're still under Yoast SEO, and this is where you want to choose this little dash, and this is what is going to be shown at the top of your blog. If you have blog posts that you've written, this is the separator that is going to be used between your keywords on your blog post. Next, you want to scroll down a little bit, and this is where you want to add in a little bit of information about yourself, because this is what is going to get shown. And if you want to have this schema graph, this knowledge graph that Google shows on the results page, you will need to set this up. So you can go ahead and choose person, and you want to select a user because we already set up your profile, so your name is going to be on here. And now you want to go ahead and upload a logo or an avatar or an image of yourself. So let's go ahead and upload an image. So because I already have one here, I'm going to choose that to be my logo for my blog. I'm going to add in an alt text, and then I'm gonna go ahead and click on use image. So there you go, the image link has been saved here, and you just want to go ahead and save your changes. Now you have the social tab, and just click on social. It's going to take you to this page, and this is where you can configure how you want your post to show on certain social media platforms. So with Facebook, you want to enable the Open Graph metadata, and you will be able to add extra information on here, how you want your post to show up on Facebook's platform. Then you also have Twitter. You want to enable that as well, and you want to choose the different types. Like if you only want to show a summary along with an image, you can choose that option, or you only want to show a summary of your post on Twitter, you can choose that option as well. Then you also want to go ahead and confirm your website with Pinterest. Now, because you don't have Pinterest already set up for your blog, you will need to create a Pinterest account, and once you do, you will have a code that you can go ahead and use to confirm your website with Pinterest. You can paste that in here and save your changes. So these are the important steps that you need to take with the Yoast SEO plugin to set it up correctly, to be able to get, to build all of that SEO presence on the internet. It is very important. So you want to take a look at that as well. Next, we're going to be taking a look at all of the different options you have here on the side within your dashboard. And first, this is your dashboard, your home tab, and this is where we are right now. Now you have the updates. Now if you click on updates, this is where it's going to show you if you have certain plugins that you need to update, if your theme needs to be updated, if your WordPress install needs to be updated, and all of the different information of updates about your website. So once you have a new update, you are going to have a little box up here telling you exactly how many updates you have. And you can go ahead and click on that to start updating your themes and plugins. Now, I highly recommend that you always have your themes and plugins updated to prevent people from hacking your site, to prevent spammers from accessing your site and your information as well. Next, you have Jetpack, and if you go ahead and click on Jetpack, it is going to take you to the Jetpack dashboard. This is where you're going to get all of the different stats about your website, your views, and different security information, and your backups about your site, your plugins, and all of the different information about your website. But if you don't have a WordPress.com blog setup, you will not be able to access Jetpack. So this plugin, this theme actually comes with a Jetpack plugin, but you will need to set it up yourself for you to be able to have this page. Now you can simply go to WordPress.com and create an account with WordPress.com so that you will be able to set up Jetpack. But once you set up Jetpack, it is going to walk you through step by step how you can create an account and how you can go through all of the different settings. It is very easy to set up, but if you can't figure it out, there are tons of videos on YouTube on how to set up Jetpack for your blog, and I'm going to leave a link in the description below of one that I recommend. So next you have Post, and once you hover over it, it's going to give you an option to access all of your posts, to add a new post, to create categories for your blog, and to create tags. So if you go ahead and click on all posts, it is going to take you to this page where it's going to tell you, it's going to show you all of the different posts that you have available on your blog right now. And if you go to add new, it's going to take you to this page where you can create a new post. Then if you head on over to categories, this is where you are going to be able to add in new categories for your blog, add in your description for your categories so that you rank your categories higher on Google. And next, if you go to the tags section, you can create pre-made tags that will be available on your blog. Whenever you create posts, you can use those tags within your post as well. Next, you have the library option here, and you have library and add a new library. So if we go to library, you're going to see it's going to give you all of the different images that you have on your blog. You can choose to go ahead and select all of these, delete them from your blog, and you can also use this option to add new files, new images and videos to your blog as well. And then you have pages. You can also select this option to see all of the pages that are on your blog, or select this option to add new pages. So this is where if you click on all pages, it's going to give you a list of all the pages that are on your blog, and you can actually use this option to quick edit your pages, and you can send them to the recycle bin to delete them. You can view them and all of that good stuff. And now you have add a new page, and once you click on that, you will be able to create a new page for your blog. Next, we're going to head on over to comments, and once you click on the comments tab, it is going to show you all of the different comments that are on your blog. You can approve them, unapprove them, reply to them, and you can also delete them as well from here. You can also use the bulk option here to select comments that you do not want, and you can go ahead and unapprove, approve, mark as spam, send to trash, and all of the different options. Now you have feedback. So similar to comments and messages, this is when people can leave certain messages or feedback for your blog, and you're going to have it here. And the export CSV is where you will be able to download all of your feedback as a CSV file to your computer, where you can access it on. Now, if you did go ahead and install the Elementor template or theme, you are going to get these two options, but usually this does not come with the WordPress installation. Now, this is everything you need to know about your Elementor plugin that you installed, and the templates that you installed onto your blog as well. So you can go ahead and play with those. Then we have the appearance tab. And as you can see here, you have different options here. You have your themes, your customizer, your widgets, your menus. And let's go ahead and take a look at those. First, you have your themes, and this is the dashboard for the different themes that you have on your blog. You can click this option to add new themes, and you will have this sorting menu up here, or navigation menu, where you can use to choose the different types of themes that comes along with WordPress. You can also use the search bar here to search for specific themes that you can upload to your blog. Next, you have the Customize tab, and once you open that up, it's going to take you to this page where you can go ahead and customize your blog while you have a live page in front of you, so that you have an easy access. Then you have the widgets. Widgets are what shows up at the bottom of your blog, in the footer section, on the side of your blog, and different places on your blog. You can choose which widgets go where. You can, reposition them. You can delete some if you do not want them, and you have other widgets here that you can just grab. If you see a widget that you want, you can grab it and drag it and place it wherever you want, and you can also go ahead and delete it as well if you do not want it there. So your widgets are very important for your blog. They help people navigate your blog easily. I want you to go ahead and take a minute and take a look at these different options that you have here, and choose whichever ones work best for your type of blog. Next, we have the menus, and this is where you can go ahead and view all of the different pages on your blog, and you can add them to your menu. You have your footer menu and your primary menu. Your primary menu is what is on top of your blog, and your footer menu is what is at the bottom of your blog. So you have the option to add posts to your menu. You have the option to add custom links, and you can also add categories to your menu as well. So once you choose a page, you can go ahead and just select it, and you can click on add to menu, or you can select all of them and add them to your menu. If you have a certain page that you do not want on your menu, you can simply open it up, click on remove, and you save your menu. And once you add new pages, you want to make sure that you save your menu as well. Now you can also reposition different menus here, so that some of them become sub menus, so that they do not show as individual menus, but when you open up the home tab, it is going to give you a sub menu about your about page. So you can go ahead and reposition that back so that you do not take up more spaces on your blog. Once you're done, go ahead and save your settings, and this is all about the menus option. So within the appearance tab, you have other options here, and this is where you can edit your CSS file. Now if you are a blog designer or you have knowledge in editing codes, you can go ahead and use this option. And then you have the starter templates and the Astra option, and these are for the Astra theme that you install. They don't usually come with WordPress install, but then you have the theme editor, and this is where you can add certain codes to your theme, like AdSense codes, or you have your meta tags that you grab from Pinterest and you want to add them in here, or your tracking pixels, whatever it is that you want to include into your theme. This is where you will be able to edit it. And usually editing your theme, you will only need to work with your header.php, and usually in most cases, this is where you will be able to add different codes right under the head section right here. You will go to the head section right here, and this is where you will be able to add different meta tags, different codes that you will need to use on your blog. Whenever you edit your code, you want to go ahead, your theme, you want to go ahead and update your file so that it takes effect. And then let's move on to the next option. So now you have plugins. We have install plugins, we have add new, we have plugin editors. So let's take a look at all of those. Now add to your install plugins is this page where it tells you, it shows you all of the different plugins that you have installed on your blog. You can use this page to delete some of your plugins, to activate your plugins, and to deactivate plugins that you do not want to use. I highly recommend that if you're not using certain plugins, delete it from your blog, because you do not want to take up, make your site or your blog to load less faster. So the more plugins that you delete from your blog, the better your blog is going to perform. Next, you have add plugins. Once you go to add new, you're going to have an option to upload a new plugin to your blog, or you can go ahead and search for different plugins here, and you can install it and activate it using this page. Now this is for editing plugins. Now once you install certain plugins on your blog, you may want to edit the way the plugin works, but this option is not for bloggers like you and I. This is for people who work with CSS. They build CSS, they build plugins, and you do not need to access this particular page. But just know that it is there for you to use. So next we have users, and if we go to all users, go to add new user, and your profile, you're going to see the different options. So users, I'm the only user of this blog, so it's going to give me myself and my username. Then you want to go to add new user. If you want someone else to go ahead and manage your blog, you can go ahead and add that new user here and give them a new password that they can use. Select a role. Maybe that person is a manager, contributor, and author, and they will be able to access your site. So you simply need to go ahead, add in all of the details, and select add new user. Now you have your profile, and this is your profile which you need to set up, and we already went through this. And you also have the option here to add in all of your different social media accounts, your different platforms that you use. So this will be shown on your blog if you choose to make it visible to the whole world. Just know that you have these options on here. Make sure you update your profile if you make changes, and this is what the user option is. So next we have tools, guys, and we're going to open each one of them separately. Now you have your available tools. It is going to tell you all of the different tools that you have available on your blog. Next you have import, and this is the option that if you have other posts and comments on other blogs that you want to import onto your website, you can go ahead and use these options here. So if you have comments and posts on Blogger and you want to import it to this blog, instead of doing it one by one, you can simply install now to be able to use the import option. You can go through all of these, each of these separately, to import whatever option that you want to import to your blog. Then you have export. So let's say you don't want to use this blog anymore. You want to shut this blog down, but you have a lot of content on this blog that you may want to move to another website. You can simply go ahead and choose all of your content, and you can download it to your computer as an XML file, which you can then go ahead and re-upload to another website. So this is a cool option for someone who's having problems with their blog or their website, and you just want to close it all down, but you do not want to lose all of your content, so you can go ahead and download or export your file. So next you have your site health, and you always want to be in the good or the excellent. As you can see here, they have certain recommendations that they think I should go ahead and take a look at. Like, I have some plugins that are inactive. Like I said before, if you have plugins, you're not using them, you want to go ahead and delete them. And they're also giving me other options that I want to go ahead and take a look at so that I can have the excellent score. So you always want to check your site health using this option beneath the tools. Go ahead and check it all the time and see if you've passed the test, if your site is running well, if you have this good score. Go ahead and check that out occasionally. So this is where you can export personal data. So if you have a certain data on your website and you want to send it to someone, you can send it to anyone. It could be your email address or anyone's email address. You can go ahead and add in the person's email here, send them a request, and see if they accept your request, and then you're going to be able to export your personal data to whoever it is that you want to send it to. Now here you also have the option to erase your personal data, and with the same option before, you can add in email addresses or username, send them a request to be able to erase your personal data. So finally, we have the settings tab, and as you can see here, there are a lot to go over, so let's take a look at them separately. The first one is the general settings. So the site title, this is your site title. This is where you can add, as you can see here, I have blogging, start a blog, blogging tips, and these are my keywords that I'm trying to rank for. You can go ahead and add that in there, but usually you may only want to add the name of your blog in here, and your tagline is where you want to go ahead and add in your keywords to go ahead and rank on Google and other search engines. Next, you have your WordPress blog URL, and this is where you want to go ahead and add in if you want to use a www before the name of your blog or not, your site URL, your administration address, your email address, and all of the different information that you want to use for your blog. Now this is specifically for you as the administrator of this blog. This is your general settings tab, which you want to go ahead and take a look at. So next, this is your writing settings, and they're going to ask you which categories do you want to save your posts to whenever you write them. So you can choose whatever category you want all of your posts to go into, but I recommend that you leave it uncategorized, because then you can choose whichever categories that you want to use. Then you have your default post format, and this is how you want your post to look on your page. So you can choose whichever settings work best for you. But I recommend that you keep it on standard, because that is what is used for most blogs. And now you have the option here to post to your blog using your email. You can add in all of your info in here, and then you can go ahead and post to your blog. Now this here is whenever you create a new post on your blog, WordPress is going to notify the following sites that you created new posts. So if you have like an RSS feed, a link or stuff that you want WordPress to notify, you can go ahead and add those links in here as well. So you want to separate those links when you create them with line breaks, so that WordPress can understand how they can go ahead and send out your different notifications. Then you have your different custom content types, testimonials, and portfolio projects, and so on and so forth. You can go ahead and check out those settings as well. So once you're done, make sure you click on Save Settings so that everything you do takes effect. And then you have the reading settings, and this is where you can choose your home page, what you want to display when people go to your link, and you can choose if you want to display your latest blog post or a static page like your home page, and you just want to make sure that you choose whichever ones you want to show for your home page and which one you want to show for your blog page. You can also choose how many posts show on certain pages on here, and you can choose if you want to show the full text or a summary of that text, and you also want to choose if you want your blog to be visible to search engines or not. But I highly recommend that you leave this unchecked, and that is all you have to do for your reading settings. So let's go to the discussion tab, and these are different settings that you can actually set up. Like if someone leaves a comment on your post and you want that person to get a notification whenever you create new posts, you can select all of the different options on here. You have other comment settings that you can go through. I recommend that you go through these separately, and then you select which ones you want best for your blog. And like if you want certain people to be able to comment on your blog, they should have an avatar or not, or they can be anonymous, or they should have gravatar hover cards. You can choose who you want to be able to comment on your blog. Once you're done, make sure you save your settings, and let's move on. Next, you have your media settings, and this is where you can choose how small or how large you want certain images to be able to upload to your blog. So if you choose different sizes on here, whenever you try to upload a larger form of an image or a smaller type of image, you won't be able to do so because you have these settings set on here. So whenever you're having problems with uploading your image, you can come to your media settings and see if the problem has been generated from this section, and you can go ahead and change these different sizes for your images. So we already went through your permalinks, and you only need to set this up once. You do not want to play with your permalinks, but if for some reason you're having problems with your htaccess file, you want to go ahead and create a new permalink structure, you could go ahead and use this option. But I highly recommend that you do not play with this. Once you set it up, don't play with it again, and you always want to choose post name for your blogs. Once you're done, save your changes, and let's move on. Then you have your privacy settings. So whenever you install a new WordPress installation or you create a new blog, it's going to come with a free privacy policy page that you can use without creating one yourself. So this is where you can go ahead and actually choose if you want to use that particular privacy policy page that comes with your install, or you want to create a new one. So if you like your privacy policy that this blog has generated for you, you can simply go ahead and click on use this page, or you can create a new page. Then you have your sharing settings. So this is where you can go ahead and choose the different share buttons that you want to be under each of your posts. Now if you use this option, it's going to have these different buttons, but they're older looking and you do not want to use them on your blog. You can actually install different plugins, and I highly recommend Social Warfare. I use it on most of my blogs and it looks awesome. So you can go ahead and use that on your blog, but this is where you can use the ones that comes along with WordPress. So you can just drag and drop them. The ones that you want to activate on your blog, you can drag and drop them, so they're going to be shown under each of your posts. You can also choose the different styles of the buttons that are going to show up, and you can add a little text on here that says something like sharing is caring, and you can choose which pages you want to go ahead and show those share buttons on. So now that we've completed the dashboard and all the different settings, it is time to go ahead and look at how we can actually build a page using Elementor and the Astra theme. So this is a simple home page that I created for this blog, and I'm going to be showing you how you can create your very own pages using this page builder. So the first thing you want to do is head on over to your dashboard, and you want to navigate to pages, and you want to click on add new. Next, you want to actually decide how you want the layout of your page to look. If you want a full page layout like this one, you can simply go with editing with the Elementor, or if you want a sidebar with other options, you can use these settings here on the side to set up how you want your page to look. So let's say we want to build a page with using the Elementor. All you have to do right now is add a title of your page. So I'm going to call this one shop, And all you gotta do is click on Edit with Elementor. Once this window opens up, you have two options right now. You can go ahead and use this box to build your page, or you can use pre-made templates that comes with Elementor and the Astra theme to go ahead and set up your page. So let's say, and I think it's the easiest way to set up your pages just by going to this area here and clicking on Add Template. Now, if your blog is still new, you will need to sign up with the library, and it's free and easy to do. So once you do, you're going to have all of these different options on here. Now you can search using something like a shop, because our page is a shop page. So you will want to find pages that are relevant to whatever your topic is. So you need to scroll among these different pages and choose one that you are going to be using. Now with the free plan, you don't have a lot of options. As you can see here, most of these are pro options, but you have this one, and this is free. You also have this one that is free, and you can go ahead and try using one of these to build your page. So let's say we want to choose this one because it is a shop page. We are going to go ahead and click on Insert. So right off the bat, this is what your page looks like right now, and you can simply edit the image you have here at the top, and you can edit these different boxes to add your products and your buttons to take your customers directly to your products. You can change the colors, the images, the fonts, whatever it is that matches your brand. You can also go ahead and remove this template by simply going to this little icon here, which is called History. Click on it and go back to your editing where you started. So let's say you didn't like this template, you can simply delete it. So if we go back to editing started, it's going to take you to this page, and you also have other options here to go ahead and use Astra started templates. So let's click on that and see what we have here as well. As you can see, you have tons of different options that you can use for your pages. So you can also go ahead and search for shop and find ones that are relevant to your brand. So let's click out of these and go back to your templates, and you can also choose blocks. So blocks are simply different spaces or different sections that you can add to your pages. You do not need to add full pages. Let's say you want to add testimonials in between your products, or at the top or at the bottom of your page. You can use the blocks options as well. So let's say we want to go ahead and edit this particular template. All you have to do, guys, is to go ahead and play with these different options that you have over each section. Whenever you scroll over a particular section, you are going to get these icons that you can use to edit that particular section. So let's say you only want to edit this particular page. You are going to get this pen icon, and once you click on it, you are going to get this box that will open up, and this is where you can go ahead and change the text in that particular section, the title of that section, the image, which you can select images from the libraries in here, and choose your different colors and your fonts. As you can see here, you have different colors, your secondary color, your spacing, your sizes, and also you have the content option here where you can also change your different settings. So this is the easiest way to go ahead and set up a page using the Astra and the Elementor theme and website builder that I think you can use as a beginner to start setting up your pages. Now let's go ahead and change this header image up here. Simply click on this little icon at the top, guys, or you can click on the image itself, and next you want to go to style and this is where you will be able to change the image. So let's go ahead and choose an image from our library. And guys, you can use free images from Pixabay simply by clicking on this and searching for a specific type of image. So I'm going to put in blog because it is relevant to my niche, and you are going to get tons of images that you can use as your header images up there. But once you find an image that you like, simply click on it and you want to go to insert media. But because I already have an image that I use, I'm going to go to the media library and I'm going to choose this one because I want all of my images on the blog to be the same. So I'm going to click on insert media, and you can also add a title here by just clicking on this little button, adding a header in there, and you can call this something like my shop. You can also center your text, and you can change the color by going to style. The text color, you can go ahead and change that. You can change if you want a shadow at the back of your text and all of that good stuff. Now you can also add a background overlay to this particular image because you want this image to be in the background and you have an overlay over it. So to do this, while you're still on your image, you want to go to style and you want to scroll down to background overlay, and this is where you will be able to change a color for your image. So to have a darker overlay, all you have to do is come in here to the color section, choose black for that, and you want to go to your secondary color, also choose black for that, and you want to go down to the opacity and you want to increase the opacity for that particular section. Next, you want to go back up to the gradient, click on that, choose the color, and begin to play around with it so that you can choose the exact type of gradient you want on your image. Now you can also go to the secondary color and you can play around with it to find a color that matches your design or something that you may prefer. So I like this dark overlay and I'm going to keep it as at that. Once I'm done, I'll simply click out, guys, and now I want to go back to my text and I want to change the color of my text. So I'm going to go ahead and make that to white, and as you can see, it looks much better. So let's say you want to build a page from scratch and you don't want to use templates from the Astra library. Simply go to this pen icon, select the sections, the different types of sections that you want to use. If you want to have a simple structure, you can use this option. If you want to have 2 boxes at the top, 3 boxes, whatever option that you want to use, you can go ahead and use it. So let's say we want to add an image. Simply click on the section that you want to use and go ahead and click into this section, and now I want to go ahead and drag an image at the top. Once you do that, this box is going to open up where you can go ahead and choose an image. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one, insert it, and like we did before, we can actually go ahead and change the color of the background overlay. But once we've added our image, you can go ahead and add another section. So let's say for this section, I want to have 2 boxes, and here I want to have an image. I can go ahead and add an image in there. Let's go ahead and add an image, and I have an ebook that I want to add in there. I can go ahead and click on my ebook cover, add that in there, and in this other section, I want to go ahead and add a heading for my ebook, and I can go ahead and change the text in here as well. So let's say for the third section, you want to add 3 different boxes. You can go ahead and add that in there as well. So let's say for here, I want to add a button. I can simply go ahead and drag and drop a button in there. I can change the text of the button and say something like get your free download, and you can place this button in the center, and you can add a link. Blog, let's say I want to go with blogging with Erica.com, and you can also change how the back of the button looks in the hover color and all of the different options. So let's say here I want to add a YouTube video. I can simply drag and drop this video icon in there, and this is where you will be able to add a link to a specific YouTube video. Add your link in there and your video is going to pop up in here. Now let's say you want to go ahead and add a text editor in the third section, and this is where you can add some text for your video, guys. You can simply click on it, go to this box in here and edit your text. You can also add images at the top of this text by clicking on this one, going to your library, guys, grabbing a simple image, but it needs to be a size that is allowed. So let's say we want to go with this one. We can add our image in there. We can add a little bit of text under that image. And if you do not like the section, you can simply go ahead and click on it and you can delete it, or you can click on it and use the X button to remove everything within that section. So let's say you want to add something like a header in here. You can simply go ahead and drag it and drop it, or you want to add an icon in there, simply go ahead and drag and drop. And then you can also go ahead and edit your icon by going to the icon library and choose a specific icon that you want to use. You can also choose something like Facebook. And as you begin to type, you are going to get the different icons. Click on it, click on insert. You can change the color of your icon, and you have so many different options that you can choose from to go ahead and create your blog. Now just make sure, guys, that whenever you are done editing any section of your blog pages, you always want to go ahead and save it. If your page is already live, you can simply click on this button to save your page. Or if you want to make your page live, you can go ahead and click on the publish icon. Now, whenever you create a specific page, you want to see how your page looks on a mobile device. So you want to click on this computer icon here, and let's go ahead and click on mobile. Now, once you begin to scroll, you are going to see how your page looks, and you want to make sure that it is responsive. And while you are in this mobile tab, if you edit any section, it is only going to edit it on the mobile device. So whenever you make changes while you are in this tab, that change is only going to take effect if your viewer is viewing your blog on mobile. Once you change it back to desktop, whatever changes you made will remain for the desktop version for your viewers. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome until next time.